billionaire father worth $1.6 billion, designer clothes, private jets, and a lifestyle most can't imagine. But behind the wealth, a family war that just tore apart one of the world's most famous dynasties. Meet Nicola Peltz Beckham, the woman at the center of Hollywood's most explosive family feud. But is she the villain everyone claims? Or is there something darker happening behind closed doors? On January 19th, 2026, Brooklyn Beckham posted a 6-part Instagram statement that shocked the world. It wasn't just defending his wife, it was a complete annihilation of his parents and everything brand Beckham represented. I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself. Brooklyn accused his parents of controlling him for years, leaking stories to the press, and manipulating the narrative about him and his wife. He claimed they'd been trying to endlessly ruin his relationship with Nicola since before the wedding. But the most explosive claims. Brooklyn said his mother, Victoria, danced very inappropriately on him during what was supposed to be his first dance with Nicola at their wedding, leaving his new bride in tears. And then came the line that changed everything. The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backwards. I have been controlled by my parents for most of my life. Nicola Peltz didn't earn her fortune through acting. She was born into it. Her father, Nelson Peltz, is a billionaire investor with an estimated net worth of $1.6 billion as of 2026. Nelson built his empire through activist investing, buying massive stakes in companies like Heinz, Mondelez, Procter & Gamble, and Wendy's, then forcing changes to increase shareholder value. He co-founded Trian Fund Management, which manages approximately $8.5 billion in assets. The family owns Montserrat, their massive Palm Beach estate where Nicola got married. This is generational wealth, the kind that lasts centuries. Nicola herself has an estimated personal net worth of $50 million from her acting career, modeling contracts, and investments. So when Nicola married Brooklyn in 2022, she wasn't marrying for money. Her family already had more than the Beckhams, whose empire is valued at approximately $900 million to $1.2 billion. Nicola's Hollywood career was supposed to make her a star. Instead, it became a series of high-profile disappointments. Her breakthrough came in 2010 with The Last Airbender, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. She played Katara, the female lead in a film with a massive budget and huge marketing. It should have launched her career into the stratosphere, but the film was universally destroyed by critics. It earned Razzie nominations, and Nicola herself was nominated for Worst Supporting Actress at age 15. Critics described her performance as wooden and one-dimensional. 4 years later, she landed another major role in Transformers: Age of Extinction, replacing Megan Fox as the franchise's female lead opposite Mark Wahlberg. The film grossed over $1.1 billion globally and became the biggest movie of 2014. But critics again tore into her performance. She received another Razzie nomination for her work. She did find some success in Bates Motel, the Psycho prequel series, where she played recurring character Bradley Martin. Critics praised her performance, with fans calling it nuanced and compelling. But after Transformers, the major movie roles dried up. After her 2 critically derided blockbusters, Nicola radically changed her career trajectory. In 2024, she directed, wrote, and starred in her own film called Lola, distributed by Vertical Entertainment. The indie drama barely made a ripple. And then there are the stories from people who worked with her. Celebrity hairstylist Justin Anderson, who's worked with Jennifer Aniston, Miley Cyrus, and Katy Perry, called Nicola not nice after working with her on the Transformers press tour in 2014. Claiming she had spooky energy. In 2009, unverified allegations surfaced claiming teenage Nicola had mistreated household staff. These rumors were never proven, but in 2022, family members of the alleged victims denied the claims entirely, with one stating the relationship was amazing. Still, the rumors have followed her for years. Brooklyn and Nicola met at Leonardo DiCaprio's Halloween party in 2019 and announced their engagement in July 2020. She was 4 years older and infinitely wealthier. Her personal net worth of $50 million dwarfed his estimated $10 million. She didn't need his money, but what she did need was relevance. The Beckhams gave her something money couldn't buy: global recognition. But almost immediately, reports surfaced that David and Victoria weren't thrilled about the relationship. They thought Nicola was controlling, that she was isolating Brooklyn from his family. On April 9th, 2022, Brooklyn and Nicola married in Palm Beach, Florida at the Peltz family estate. It should have been a fairy tale. Instead, it became ground zero for a family war. Let's start with the dress. Everyone assumed Nicola would wear a Victoria Beckham design. 2022, Nicola told Variety that she had wanted to wear Victoria's design, but a few months down the line, she realized that her atelier couldn't do it. So then I had to pick another dress. She ended up wearing Valentino Haute Couture, but Brooklyn's version differs. In his January 2026 Instagram post, he claimed Victoria canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress. Who's telling the truth? The timeline is murky. Then came the first dance incident. Brooklyn claims Mark Anthony called him to the stage for what was supposed to be his first dance with Nicola, but instead, his mother Victoria was waiting, and she danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone, making him feel uncomfortable or humiliated. Brooklyn also claimed Victoria called him evil because he and Nicola wanted to seat their widowed grandmothers at their table, while Victoria wanted those seats reserved for people more important to Brand Beckham. After the wedding, the Beckham family tried to keep up appearances. Victoria even posted a loving birthday tribute to Nicola in 2024, calling her "My Beautiful Mill," with Nicola responding warmly. But behind the scenes, the rift was growing. In August 2025, Brooklyn and Nicola renewed their vows with her family in attendance, but no Beckhams were invited. In December 2025, Brooklyn's younger brother Cruz claimed on Instagram that Brooklyn had blocked him and the rest of the family with no warning. In January 2026, Nicola quietly deleted all traces of the Beckham family from her Instagram, including that loving birthday tribute to Victoria. So, what's really happening here? This is a clash between two powerful families with very different ideas about money, fame, and control. The Peltz family operates with $1.6 billion in old money, built on ruthless business deals. They operate behind the scenes, away from cameras. Nicola grew up with the security that money provides. She doesn't need fame. The Beckham's fortune is built entirely on image. Brand Beckham, social media, endorsements, public perception. Their wealth requires constant maintenance and visibility. Brooklyn was raised to be part of Brand Beckham, to show up for photo ops, to leverage the family name. But Nicola doesn't need that. She has her own money, her own family empire, and she doesn't want to play the Beckham game. Brooklyn's statement makes this clear. My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Family love is decided by how much you post on social media. He says that since stepping away from his family, his overwhelming anxiety has disappeared. He claims he's not being controlled by Nicola. He's finally breaking free from his parents' control. But here's the question. Is Brooklyn genuinely breaking free from manipulation, or has he traded one controlling family for another? Brooklyn claims his parents tried to make him sign away the rights to his name before the wedding, essentially giving David and Victoria legal control over how he used the Beckham brand for the rest of his life. Why would they do that? Because if Brooklyn leaves the family and starts his own ventures using the Beckham name, it could dilute the brand and compete with their businesses. And here's the catch. Brooklyn can afford to burn bridges with his parents because Nicola's family has more money than the Beckhams. He doesn't need their support. He has the Peltz fortune backing him. If Brooklyn is completely cut off from the Beckham empire, he loses future earnings from Brand Beckham, endorsements, business deals, inheritance. Meanwhile, Nicola gets wealthier simply by existing. Her father's money keeps growing. So who benefits from this feud? Is Nicola a villain who manipulated her way into the Beckham family and destroyed it from within? Or is she a woman who married for love and refused to play by Beckham rules? Is Brooklyn a victim of parental control who finally found courage to break free? Or is he a young man who's been manipulated by someone with a controversial reputation? Brooklyn ended his statement by saying, "I do not want to reconcile with my family. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation. All we want is peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family." Meanwhile, David and Victoria continue building their empire. Their younger children remain loyal. Brand Beckham carries on, now with one less family member in the photos. One thing's certain, Nicola Peltz Beckham isn't backing down. She has the money, the power, and the husband. She doesn't need the Beckham brand, and that might be the most threatening thing about her. This is the story of Nicola Peltz, the billionaire heiress who married into Hollywood royalty and burned it all down. And we're only seeing the beginning.